So I think we can start. All right. So my name is Sara Natalini. For those of you who do not know me yet, I here represent the applicant country of the project that we are presenting today as part of the initiative of the webinar on best practices on mental well-being. The project team, Tell Your Mind. So the first thing we are gonna do for the webinar is a short presentation of the project. So I will share my screen for the presentation. Okay. And I ask someone from my organization to please admit people. I'm sure you will back me up on this. The project team, Tell Your Mind, voicing mental health condition and promoting social emotional well-being in secondary school. So, talking about our project, this is the webinar initiative, the Open Web Cycle on mental well-being is an initiative part of one of the work packages of this project. As you could guess easily from the invitation email and in general from knowing the organization, this project is a K2 project, cooperation partnership in the field of school education. So this is the main action that is covered. The project has been financed in Spain, so that is the applicant country, Erasmus Learning Academy Spain. Start date was November, and the project will last until July 2026. So it's a very long project, 33 months, in which we're gonna, together with the partners, do a lot of work and interesting stuff. So talking about the partners, so most of the participants now, of course, we know each other because we are part of the partner country, but the good thing of this initiative and webinar is that we set it as an open initiative, so we also have contributors and participants from outside. So for short presentation of the partners for those of you who do not know us all yet. So, of course, Erasmus Learning Academy, the applicant country, teacher training provider based in Spain. We focus on improving the quality of education in Europe, and among the training courses that we provide, we put a lot of emphasis on soft skills, emotional intelligence, and well-being in general. We have a whole new thematic area of courses on well-being that is also very synergetic with our work on this project. Aleksić is an association that is devoted to cultural and pedagogical development. They are based in Sicily, of course, and they're also involved in providing international staff training courses, especially on the area of social inclusion, intercultural learning, soft skills, and well-being as well. We have partners from Croatia, Initiativa, so we have known along with our Croatian partner. They are an association providing training to youth and adult. They support especially newcomers in the integration through innovative teaching methods. Especially they focus on learning language without stress, using new innovative teaching methods, especially storytelling, which is something that is very key and useful for our project. Finally, we have our Serbian and Latvian partner. These two, of course, are key partners in our project. They are schools, so of course, they are gonna be very, very important in the application part of our project. So Muzička škola, Stevan Hristić in Serbia, that is going to be the host of the first webinar. So in a few minutes, I'm going to pass the word to them. They can tell you more about their organization, but their primary and secondary school education, music school education, the only one in the city. And they are very, very much committed to promoting well-being, not only through music, but through a lot of other initiatives that they do in their work, including other projects on mental well-being and extracurricular activities. And finally, Jelgava's gymnasium, state gymnasium, based in Latvia, a secondary school. They deliver several programs, and their aim is to create a safe, creative, and modern learning surrounding for their students. They also have a lot of projects for promoting emotional well-being in the classroom, stop or reducing mobbing in Latvia, and much more. So this very varied partnership, as you can imagine, brought us to achieve and to try to reach some very important objectives. So objective of our project are, of course, to raise awareness on mental health conditions among teachers and students, to share best practices among teachers, especially on mental well-being. So teachers are our main target group of the project. Empower them with concrete skills and activities to be able to promote mental well-being in the classroom, and also to encourage both teachers and students to share their experiences related to mental health. Our target group are teachers, especially teachers, staff, but also psychologists and education staff working especially in secondary school, students of secondary school in general. For some of the activities, most probably we're going to focus on the later years, and also teacher trainers, so professionals who can support teachers in developing their professional skills. In our project, we are gonna, besides doing the traditional activities on project management and dissemination, we're gonna focus on 3 key work packages. First one, the awareness one. Second one is on training material, and the third, work package 4 actually, is the one about storytelling workshops. So a few words about each of them. Second work package, the one about mental health awareness and best practices, is our, let's say, first thematic work package, and the one that we are currently implementing. So the results that are foreseen in this work package aim to raise awareness on mental health, are an awareness campaign. Results that will be available in the next months are social media posts, and of course the calculation of the social media impact, awareness video. We're going to create an online community, and also prepare some events during the World Mental Health Day. And also, as you are all here now, a cycle of open webinars on best practices related to mental well-being. As soon as the cycle is over, a report will be available, and also the video recordings for sharing more and improving knowledge about what we are doing. So, of course, the outcome that we foresee are an increased awareness and understanding, and also an increased availability to share best practices inside schools and secondary schools especially. The third work package is super interesting for teachers, especially if you are coming outside of our 5 organizations. This is something that could be very impactful for you. The third work package is training and resources on mental well-being. So as part of our project, we are gonna implement and create some resources, educational resources that could be totally reused. First one is a game-based toolkit, including activities that are going to be, of course, innovative and gamified on the subject of mental health, social-emotional learning, resilience, and positive psychology. We're going to also develop a training course whose title will be Promoting Mental Health and Emotional Well-being in Schools. As part of our training course, we will develop empathy conversation guidelines and with the help of our creation partner. And good news, of course, is that these resources will be piloted during the duration of the project. So the training course itself will be piloted online to give the chance to not only teachers and trainers coming from our organization, partner organization and associates at the local level, but also to international participants to experience the course itself, the 24-hour course itself, and give us relevant feedback. The toolkit itself will be also tested locally in our partner schools, partner in the project, but also local associates. So this is expected to, of course, improve knowledge and skills of secondary school teachers to promote well-being in the classroom concretely. Fourth work package is about voicing mental health experiences through storytelling. So thanks to the concrete expertise of our creation partner, we are gonna implement training of trainers on mental health storytelling. Whose main objective will be to increase the capacity among teachers to deliver effective storytelling activities. This is going to be helpful to concretely organize workshop activities in schools, where we're going to encourage both teachers and students to share their personal stories connected with others. So this is, let's say, our closing cherry on the project. So after we have shared best practices and created also a positive environment in the schools, thanks to the shared knowledge and skills with the toolkit and the training, we will be ready to actually share personal stories and accompany students and teachers to talk about their stories, their struggles, and their stories mostly. So, and finally, this workshop will end with a recording on video testimony lessons. So, based on real stories, authentic stories in the school, that will increase, of course, the opportunity of students to confront each other and find peer support. And this is the last point, and then I will leave the word to the host. Of course, as part of our fifth work package, we're gonna spread the voice about TEAM as much as possible through dissemination activity. We are gonna create a YouTube channel of this project where the webinar recordings will be published, plus the awareness video, and at the end of the project also the video testimony lessons that will be created with an interactive platform. So of course, as soon as the channel is ready, we're gonna share it with you so you can register and be able to access to all the project material. Also, I leave you here the QR code for accessing our website, where everything is gonna basically be published, and you can catch up with all the news related to the project. So that was all. I stop my presentation and leave the word to Svetlana from Muzička škola Stevan Hristić, that is gonna lead and host our first webinar.
Thanks, Sara.
You're welcome.
And now, before we start with our topics, I remind you of other 4 webinars, what are the topics and when they will take place. I hope you have registered to participate in all the webinars, but if you haven't, you will have the opportunity to do so, because before the implementation, we will again send links for participant registrations. Today, we talk about the role of music and arts in promoting mental well-being. My colleagues Jelena, Slađana, and I have presentations, and our school is the first host of open webinar cycle. The second webinar talk about building strong student-teacher relationships, listening and empathy in actions. And the host is Inicijativa Centar za edukaciju Croatia. And Jelena and Anna Maria will talk about basic skills for supporting students, what is empathy, how to foster empathy in the classroom, what is active listening, and how to foster and practice active listening in the classroom. The third webinar is fostering social emotional learning in schools. Host is Ella Sicily. And they talk about 5 pillars of social emotional learning, uses and benefits of self-awareness and self-control, and how to increase your self-motivations. You see, and the date. All first, second, and third webinars start at 12 on Central European time. The 4 webinars promoting stress management, resilience, and coping skills. Host is Erasmus Learning Academy from Spain. And they talk about what is stress, sources, aspects, symptoms, and effects, how to cope with stressful situations, stress management strategies, and cognitive and behavioral strategies, and the stress resilient values and lifestyle. These webinars start a little bit later at 50:30 on Central European time, but we all information sent on time. And the 5th webinars host is our partners for Latvia, Jelgavas Valsts Gymnasium. The topic of 5th webinar is the role of mental health professionals in supporting mental well-being programs and policies at school, and they talk about understanding the landscape of mental health in schools, current challenges and trend in students' mental health, and the role of mental health professionals with students and staff in the schools. And now, I'm Svetlana Aleksić. I'm a school psychologist and work in musical school in Stevan Hristić in Serbia. And today I will speak from a psychological point of view about the role of music in the promotion of mental health. I will mention some scientific findings that confirm this. Of course, we talk about the influence of music because we use that form of art the most, but many things apply to the other types of arts. But researchers have mostly investigated the connection between music and mental health. My colleagues Jelena and Slađana will present your example of good practice, how they use music in their lessons, and how they help her students to improve their mental health. And now I upload presentations. Do you see?
Yes.
Yes, okay.
Present.
Where? Do you see, Sara?
Yes.
Yes, okay. I have a little problem.
To je čim mod ovdje nastane. Tu. Sad ide ovdje. To.
Okay. Okay.
Možda
I talk about this, and I represent us, and our motto is through music we improve our potential and keep our mental health. Jelena, my colleague, is teacher of solfeggio and music theory, and Slađana Đokić is teacher of solfeggio and choir. We are speakers today. Music is a universal form of human expression and universal human language that can convey emotion, express ideas, and cross cultural boundaries. It is an art form with high expressiveness and depth through which we can experience various aspects of life. Music also is pivotal to the well-being of individuals and the community, and is used in various formal contexts to promote physical and mental health. Music is increasingly offered in medical contexts to manage pain, stress, and promote recovery. For instance, during childbirth, surgery, and to manage psychopathology. Also, music therapists use music as an integral component of therapy to promote health in their clients. We, educators, use music not only to develop performances and listening skills, but increasingly to promote teamwork within the classroom and enhance cognitive and psychosocial well-being. Music also plays a particularly important role in the emotional lives of adolescents. Adolescents use music more than any other indoor leisure activity, typically listening to music for 2 to 3 hours a day on streaming platforms or via internet. The way that adolescents engage with music can be understood through the use of two metaphors. First, for adolescents, music is a mirror that reflects self-knowledge. And the second, music is a stage where identity is performed in relationships with others. Both of these functions contribute to the formations of adolescents' identity by providing young people with opportunities to explore and express themselves. This journey of self-recognition and self-expression through music significantly affects adolescents' mental health and development. And because that we talk about the connection between music and mental health. What is this? Okay, sorry. Many young people rely on music to guide them through good and bad times. Whether they use music to process emotion or create music as a means of self-expression, it provides a powerful tool that can help young people navigate the turbulence of adolescence, because this is the period in our life that has the most turbulence. Young people prefer to self-regulate emotional problems than to seek professional help. And music is one of the methods that adolescents use to achieve this goal. What's benefits of the music on the mental health? The first, facilitates expression and regulation of emotions. Music has long been recognized as a potent medium for expressing emotions. It enables individuals to convey a wide spectrum of complex emotions. Through creating or listening to music, adolescents can easily comprehend and manage their emotions. Also, music has several emotional functions, including training emotional tolerance, enhanced perceptions of emotional expressing, negative emotion in a socially acceptable manner. One of the primary functions, adolescents report that, for listening to music is to regulate or control their emotions. This is the key reason why adolescents find music useful. Interestingly, some scientific findings talk about that men use music less for emotional purposes than women. This highlights the opportunity to target young men to make greater use of this resource to improve their emotional well-being. It's very interesting for us. Research indicates that listening to music can lower cortisol level, a stress hormone, thereby reducing stress. And the theory of self-efficacy suggests that participation in different music activity, such as learning an instrument or singing, can enhance individual self-confidence and self-esteem. It's very important for mental health of adolescents. You see the author of that findings. Also, music can help in effective emotion regulations. maintaining or enhancing positive emotional states such as happiness and reducing negative emotional states such as sadness, which is the key protective factors against the development of affective disorders. This is very important. There is also evidence that the use of music can be an effective strategy for coping with symptoms of mental illness, including depressions and anxiety. The second benefit is enhancing social connections and sense of belonging. Music also provides social benefits. It serves as a shared interest and experience and foster a sense of connection and belonging. For instance, sharing musical tastes can strengthen friendships among young people and promote the formation of social identity. Participation in different group musical activities such as orchestra or choir, Slađana said about that, can help adolescents develop teamwork skills and provide a robust sense of belonging and shared accomplishment. The third benefit, music encourages creative and intellectual development. Music is considered a vital source of creativity. Through musical composition or improvisation, teenagers can freely explore and express their thoughts, emotion, and imagination. Studies have shown that musical training can have a positive effect on intellectual development and is particularly correlated with improvements in mathematical, logical, and spatial intelligence, Kim and Chang finding that. Evidence also suggests that adolescents involved in musical activities perform better academically than those not involved in such musical activities. It's very important for our students and their achievement. What else do we need to take care of? Is very important when we talk about connection with music and mental health, to select appropriate musical genres. For adolescents, the choice of an appropriate musical genre can satisfy their personal preferences and psychological needs. For instance, according to Maslow's hierarchy of needs theory, music can fulfill psychological needs such as relaxation and stress relief, safety needs like fostering a sense of security, social needs enhancing belongingness and interpersonal relationships, esteem needs expressing oneself in receiving acknowledgments, and self-actualizations needs such as creation and performances. Also, we establish a healthy music environment to protect the hearing health of adolescents. It is important to monitor the volume and duration as well as avoid prolonged exposure to loud music. In addition, the content of the music should be taken into account, especially those that express negative emotion, violence, discriminations, and other harmful elements. These responsibilities require to joint efforts of families, schools, and societies as a whole. Advocacy for positive musical education. Musical educations play key roles in fostering the mental health of adolescents, and therefore music programs should cover various aspects of music, including music theory, instrumental performance, vocal training, music appreciations, and music creations. Teaching methods should emphasize student-centered approaches and inspire active participation and creative thinking. We can use project-based learning, problem-based learning, and cooperative learning. Resources for music education should be available and expanded. For example, music books, music software, and music websites, and the organization of various music activities such as concert, music competitions, and music festivals. And encouraging active participation in music activities. Music activities are a great opportunity for teenagers to improve their musical skills, show their talents, and enjoy music. Adolescents should be encouraged to actively participate in various musical activities, such as learning musical instruments, participating in performances, and organizing maybe music clubs in school. These activities not only improve the musical literacy of adolescents, but also improve their mental health. This is the end of my part of presentations. After me, Jelena talk about music as a part of the puzzle of life. As you know, for reporting purposes, we need to upload a link for evaluations, and I upload after Slađana presentations.
We have a question from the audience.
If yes, but maybe after our whole presentation, we have a part, interactive part, then have comment and ask some question if our participants have.
Okay. Now it's my turn. I see everything. Music, part of the puzzle of life. I like these artistic titles. No. Okay. We share one laptop, so. The main aim of my presentation is that we all find perfect part of our perfect puzzle in life or in our jobs. I am Jelena Dimić, teacher of solfeggio and music theory. The topic of preserving mental health is always relevant. No matter how much we deal with this issue, new ideas and new knowledge always emerge, especially through the exchange of good practices. Today, I will present to you how music and the way teachers work, not only in the music school, but also in other schools, can have a positive effects on reducing stress in students and preserving their mental health. Ambiental role of music. The state primary music school in Serbia is not a compulsory form of education, but students choose and attend it in addition to compulsory primary school after passing the entrance exam. Those who want to attend it additionally as part of compulsory education have already been selected. Thus, our students attend compulsory elementary school in parallel and come to the music school in the opposite shift twice a week. Solfeggio classes are held in groups of 10 to 12 students who come from different regular elementary schools and do not know each other well enough. By changing shifts, changes are also made in composition of groups, so students often change groups every month. Such an unfamiliar environment can increase stress in students and constant adaptation to a new social environment. What all students have in common is in love for music. It is a piece of the puzzle that is crucial in overcoming difficult situations and constantly adapting to an unfamiliar environment. After forming the groups at the beginning of the lesson, I welcome the students in the classroom where some kind of instrumental music is played. Music has the task of making students feel comfortable as they prepare for the start of class. The seating agreement in the classroom is not predetermined, so students can freely choose where they will be most comfortable and who they want to sit next to. All the time, I monitor the students' behavior in order to discover their specifics and thus make the stay in the class as pleasant as possible. I noticed that music relaxes them. They may like it or not, but certainly encourages them to communicate with each other. In this way, it helps the students to connect and get to know each other better. I have been using this method since the first lessons of the school year, and I've noticed that the students really like music in the classroom because they don't have anything like that in their elementary school. It was interesting for me to stop this practice in one of the classes, thinking about whether the students even noticed the ambient role of music. Of course, in the first lesson, when they were not greeted by music in the classroom, they noticed that something was missing and asked why I didn't play music. They linked this practice only to music school classes and they like it very much, although it is quite possible to include this way of starting the class in any school. Also, when they have a task to do, they like to have a musical background and often want to work with music because it makes them feel better. Music helps them to relax and devote themselves to the work in class. It helps them to concentrate on the task and complete it successfully. Another method that I use in my classes, which has proven to be effective in mastering the material, is when students are given an assignment in class and they have to start it when the music starts and finish it when the music ends. I give the students clear instructions to work. They start when I play the music for them. They end when the music track ends. Thus, every student tries to finish the task because the track gives him the impression of the whole, the beginning of the work, the flow of the work, and the end of the work. Then I choose musical tracks that the students are familiar with so that they recognize the end of the track and know when they should complete the task. In this case, music represents a piece of the puzzle that is a means to achieve the goal of the lessons. Music as a teaching tool. When they come to class, I have noticed that the students need some time of 3 to 5 minutes to tell what they did that day at school. It's always important that they tell an event and the topics are always related to school. It only speaks to how stressful they find some situation from everyday school life. These can be tests from certain subjects, even from school holidays, events from school lessons, etc. In order to relieve stress, we agreed that they would have their own time at the beginning of the class where they would say how they feel at the exact moment when they arrive at the music school. Since solfeggio lessons include writing and reading notes, singing according to notes, which represents a kind of public performance, students are often under nervousness and additional pressure. Not all students are highly motivated or free to sing in front of the other students, as it is necessary in order to develop the skill of singing or auditory perception of musical content. I use the method unconscious adoption of certain musical skills through musical examples. When some melody or rhythmic content is covered, I use songs examples that the students learn by ear and sing them like any familiar popular song. When they have mastered the example song well, then we start with the analysis of the content being learned. Thus, the song is an example of association with the content but also a fun and easy way to learn something new. Of course, this is also applicable to content that is not in the field of music, but it is necessary to create example songs that will be suitable for the given content that is being learned. In this way, music is a piece of the puzzle that connects the learning technique with the content being learning. Music as a means of expression. In conversation with my students, I notice that they often feel rushed, that they are under pressure, that they have the impression that they cannot complete all the tasks they have during the day, that they are overloaded. And when there are days when they don't have many obligations, they remind with the same feeling of tension as to what tomorrow's obligation will expect, whether they may have forgotten to finish something, etc. This satisfaction stems for the constant focus of both teachers and parents on students' achievement, which is constantly reviewed and evaluated. In order to achieve success in learning, the requirements and expectations must be in accordance with their capabilities and needs, and not with the norms that are often consciously imposed of them by parents or teachers. In order to recognize the needs of our students, we must enable them to express themselves freely and show us how to help them. In these cases, I use music listening lessons. Students listen to a certain composition and have the task of recognizing some material, composition of the instruments to perform the track, character of the composition, etc. And after processing the musical content, they have the task of drawing a picture or coming up with the text of the song along with the same music track, write an essay about their feelings which the music awakened in them. In this way, we can get to know our students better, find out any problems they have or worries that bother them. Even if they don't have any problems, the students like these classes. They feel good all day and carry positive impressions from the school. Music is a piece of the puzzle that connects feelings and moods, encouraging positive student thinking and problem solving. Music questions and answers. As the assessment of achievements is often a big problem for students, it causes stress and anxiety. It is necessary for it to be continuous with clear criteria, objective and implemented in different ways. And no matter how hard we try to make this process easier for students, it always creates additional burden and stress for them. With my students, the accepted and favorite method of assessment is musical questions and answers. We implement them as follows. We ask the question in the form of sung words, and the student answers by singing the answer to the melody he comes up with. If he doesn't know the answer, he can seek help from a student who does. Then the student who knows the answer sing in his own way, and the student who needs to learn must repeat the answer to the question in the same way. This is an interesting method of encouraging peer learning, but in a creative and often funny way, where students solve the tasks and come up with the correct answers. The music in this puzzle makes guarding easier and less stressful. And now is the moment where the right pieces to make your puzzles perfect. I hope you enjoy the pieces of our musical puzzle and that they help you discover new ideas that will allow you to improve your work in the field of mental health conservation. Thank you all.
And now I.
Thank you, Jelena. And now, Slađana, Harmony Minds, strengthening bonds through music. Here you go,
Hello
Slađana.
to all. Did I see? Da li se vidim, Jelena? Samo trenutak. Hello to all. I'm music teacher. I teach choir, solfeggio, and music theory. And I'm guilty for the poster that I'm bothering you with voting. I'm kidding. This is together. We will explore the connection between music and how I do it with my students, how that interpersonal relationship. As first, I will invite you to go to the Mentimeter, or you can scan code, or I will send you a code of Mentimeter that you see. Can I share it? No, samo ovako. I can share it with you, please. Tu. Tetjecica. Word. Okay. Gde ti je prezentacija sad? Gde si? Tu. A gde je šereš? Gde ti je? Ajde, pošalji je.
Pošalji u porki.
Pa da, ali ne mogu odavde se da je pošaljem. Ok. Tu. Only 1 second, please. Okay. I'm here. I'm sharing you a Mentimeter link. Please go. And you have one simple task. It is only to okay. I invite you to choose your favorite songs and the verse of them, one piece, or what you think, on what song you think, and what that song have must to have a special meaning to you. After you choose your song, please share it on the Mentimeter and to see your response. We will see your response here. Please, can you share? Can you go there on link? Submit. Yes. Zašto sad ovo ne mogu da delim? Can you see Mentimeter on here?
Yes.
Okay. Because I don't see it in the share screen. Okay. We have some answers. We are the champion. Empire. Summertime. I will wait you few minutes, please. Baby side, dream on. Okay. We have some answers. Thank you. 7 answers. I don't know how much it's participate. Never mind. And can somebody of you explain why that words are significant to you, and why this song, why you choose these words from these songs? Somebody? Okay, please, can you share with us?
Hi, everybody. My name is Anita. I chose the song "Summertime" because it is always connected to my childhood. I'm originally from Zimbabwe. My dad used to be a singer as well, and I can always remember him singing it. Unfortunately, he passed away when I was 10 years old, but I still, if I close my eyes, I associate it with him, and just it makes me feel happy. And it was also one of the first songs that I've ever sung in my entire life in front of an audience.
Thank you very much for your experience. Somebody else? Okay. Jelena? Okay, you must turn off your microphone.
Sorry.
Okay.
Hey, my name is Irene, and I choose the song in Spanish called La Raíz, that means the roots, and basically is speaking about that even if you are a bit lost, from inside you can grow, as the flowers are doing it. So that's why I choose, because it's a powerful song, and I like to listen it when I'm happy, but also when I'm a bit more down. So it's one of my favorite songs.
Great. I don't hear it until now, and I see it is very strange topic.
The sound. Okay. Better now?
Okay, yes.
No. Okay. So I choose a song that is called The Root. The song is in Spanish, so it's La Raíz. And basically is about going inside yourself. And then from inside you can grow as the flowers are doing it. So it's a beautiful song. Yeah.
Beautiful. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you all. Because we don't have. Oh, Jelena wants to say that. Please.
Okay. Can you hear me, everyone? Okay. I choose We Are the Champions because that song makes me brave and happy, and I can do anything when I listen and sing that song and play that song. And this is an important moment for me, so I sing all the time now.
And before.
And before that.
Thank you all. We will later back on this Mentimeter, because when we finish all practice that I do with my students, we will back and to see again this Mentimeter. This is one of the way that I choose songs from singing in choir with students, and students are voting on that way. We sometimes use Mentimeter, sometimes Padlet, sometimes only Viber group that they're sharing favorite songs, and then like it and discuss about that. But I have second part of my activities. It is practical parts, and have 5 parts of improving the discussion with students. And first, let's explore the power of music together with first step, music as an oasis. This is like how I do it, my practice experience. And first step is students to choose a song that calm them and they feel overwhelmed. For example, this time I choose Claire de Lune from Claude Debussy. Here is a link for the song, but we don't have many time to listen all the song. And it's important that, and my students choose it, that they focus on breathing and allowing the music to envelop a sense of peace and tranquility. In that way, they only we can discuss about breathing technique and other stress management situations, strategies, how to manage the stress with breathing breathing types. The second is challenge resolution, and at the same way, sorry, I have answer on my phone, is challenge resolution, and I tell my students to choose the song that inspire them to challenges and difficulties, and I choose in this way again from you. Eye of the Tiger. I suppose that you always heard the songs, and about that songs, when we do it, like song like that type, I ask them to play on or singing and write down a few sentences about song motivations and encouraging and how they positive can solve the problem on positive way. It's some steps to give them motivation of solving the problems. Third types of my exercise is connecting through the music. And if you see, we are only comparing and these steps are evolving on the next steps. And I, for example, choose songs that remind from pleasant moments with family and friends. And I choose with students Bruno Mars. You can count on me on 1, 2, 3, and etc. And we played singing, and they share memories and feeling with group, how they feeling with her family, friends, and they discuss of opportunity to connect and support and relationships, friendships, family problems sometimes, and how they can connect their friendship with the song. Next steps is most important is final steps. It's music and emotions, and I try to my student choose correct music that reflects their emotions and mood. For now, I choose Happy by Williams, but we can choose Don't Worry, Be Happy, and some like that songs. And we singing, playing, and share with group how they feel when they listen to them, and it's opportunity to discuss that music and improvement of experience, emotions, and how music can be benefits of that process. This is how I do it with my students, not on every classes, but when they are tired, when they are have many classes in primary school. They come to music school late in the evening, and sometimes they don't feel very happy that must come to the choir and singing all hour. And because of that, I do it some practices like this, and talking about the music. And now I please to go together on the Mentimeter, and if somebody want to tell me the songs and that choose and type of practice that is that can be using all these 5 types that I choose for you. This is music as an oasis, resolution, through connecting to the music, or confidence, or music and emotions. Please, can somebody tell me? Jelena, can you tell me your song?
My song?
Yes.
It is connected with emotions and encouraging for students or for teachers or
yes. Challenges resolution. Eyes of Tiger. Yes. Okay. Somebody else? Yes, please, Ken. Zita.
Hello, I'm Zita. My favorite song, which is related to, I think, the confidence and music, or music and emotions, both could be a good choice, is Can't Stop the Feeling.
Can't Stop the Feeling. Yes, it's very good.
Yes.
Song and
by Justin Timberlake, because the song is absolutely a big encouragement for the kids. That doesn't matter where you are, doesn't matter how you feel at the moment, if you're poor, if you're rich, if you hear the music, you just feel right in that second that you have to move and dance, and together with the others you can have a wonderful time.
Yes, it's the main concept of classes of choir. We can listen songs, we can discuss, we can sing it. It's more important, but most important is to express themselves. Children can express themselves feeling, and we can discuss. I set up 5 types, but all types are connecting one to with emotions. Okay, Sara.
First of all, I wanted to say that it's very hard to think about these connections. I don't know why, but for sure, for me, the challenge resolution song is "Don't Stop Me Now." The Queen is like I connected also with a movie in Italy where basically this song plays during a moment where the main character runs and is literally running all the time because he has one single chance to declare his love to the girl he loves, and he succeeds. Of course, I mean, then the story has a different ending, but he succeeds in getting to her. So for me, that is the challenge resolution song.
Oh, yes, great, great. Thank you. Somebody else? We have many Mentimeter answer. We have Empire, Discover, Respect, Earth. We Are the Champions. B. Cozy, Night. You Think I'd Leave You. Somebody else? Okay. Thank you. I hope that my presentation are my practice presentation are good and have some good activities and topics. And thank you for your attention. I hope that Svetlana will tell you something more. Bye.
Yes, this is a time for, I will post a link for evaluations. In chat box. This is the link. Please fill out. It's very important for us.
I just wanted to go back to what you said, Svetlana, and actually link it to what Jelena was saying. What can you maybe clarify what you meant by the appropriate music genre needs is quite important? And I just wanted to say, according to whom, because there's, you know, a fine line of, you know, saying this is the music you should listen to in a very dictatorial way, but also letting the students choose the music that they want to.
Okay. Yes, a student can choose, but we can have content of the that songs because some sort of music have a harmful content for their mental health.
Okay.
And we don't inhibit that, but we talk about that with our students. If we notice that they heard that genre of music.
Okay, but I mean, then at the same time, are we not trying to control their free expression? Because sometimes I have teenagers as well, and I teach teenagers as well. And sometimes if we, it's the way for them to express their moods. If they can't express it through words, listening to, I don't know, heavy metal or something like that is a way to get it out. So I just have a little bit of a doubt on saying you shouldn't listen to this type of music, because surely if we compress that, we're also compressing their self-expression. And
no, heavy metal is okay.
Yeah.
Now we have
some words that are
words in that songs. About content of song. Every genre is okay.
Okay, but then how do you choose which is correct? How do you tell them?
This is the sign if our students only listen that kind of music with harmful content. It is very important for us as parents or as a teacher to talk with students why they choose that music.
Yeah.
And we to need a different sort of music. To her, maybe in the future they choose different content of songs.
For example,
yes,
I see that. For example, the first steps is that I tell them choose songs that don't have bad words. For example, sex or something like that. And they, oh, what song? What song I listen? And then after, when they choosing song and try to find the words, songs, they on that way learn that listen songs that have meaning and that songs that have some special meaning for them. And on that way they changing minds and changing some experience of listening to the music. Sometimes hard rock is not okay, rock is okay. I don't know, every student in our country listen Narodna muzika, we call it, Ceca or something like that. They have some style of, but we have some songs that is not appropriate for the students. And first that I tell them, please, does it work now? Yes. Please choose songs that have only good words, not bad words like appropriate words. And after that, they know what to find and to search what song to ask them.
Before 2 years ago, I talked with my students about one song that I'm very most popular, but songs has a very harmful content. Talk about drugs, about violence. And after discussions, my students said, "Oh, now we see what we listen. They heard melody, not verse." And this is the reason why we talk with students about content of
Yeah, I understand. Okay, thank you.
We don't hear you, Svetlana.
Sorry, but we educators and we can carry out of bad things. Link for evaluation is working.
Yes.
Yes, okay, it's working now. Okay. Do you have some others comments? Sara?
No comments or question. I just really appreciated the part, and I want to thank you for the precise, let's say, not precise. I meant concrete examples of practices in the classroom. I think that also. It could be interesting to hear also from other participants that are maybe not coming from a secondary school, but maybe an adult education center or any other organization, if they had some ideas or they could be inspired from some of the practices that you proposed. For example, in my case, I wrote down to try the thing about the duration of the activity. Like time management, sometimes, in training courses, one of the things that I struggled the most and I had to work more on is time management. So I really like the idea of saying, okay, now the song starts, you start the task. When the song ends, you have to deliver the result. So that is, let's say, for sure that the time has run out. So I like particularly that idea, and I think that it's very, very applicable to other realities. I will for sure use it.
Yes, our participants came from different institutions, and this is presentation can inspire them to choose some tools, some parts to use music and incorporate in their work.
Oh, constant. You can choose only one, not
Yes,
both.
yes, constant. Yes. Jelena, our colleagues Ivana Tudosievich wrote, I think they express themselves through rhythm. Yes, sometimes the text doesn't even matter to them. Yes, they love rhythms, not words in that song.
I particularly liked the idea of using their favorite song in order to practice mindfulness and breathing. I think it's a very nice exercise that can be then introduced into the classroom, and everyone can actually enjoy their own music and really think about their own rhythms and hearts and emotions while they are acknowledging what's happening in their body with the music. I think it's really nice.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you, Jelena. some questions. Some participants wrote that Sara presentations. I don't see. Nika, can we get these slides, please, if possible?
Yes, absolutely. Yeah, I mean, I don't want to cut because I know that probably in participants' mind they are maybe, let's say, thinking about some questions, and also for the exercises of the music. I'm sure that most of us were still like struggling thinking about the music and the verse to share, because for sure everyone has a lot to share. But I mean, we know that the time is a bit tight, but of course,
Yes.
we can follow up if there is anything. We can keep in touch, of course, and maybe at the next webinar, if you want to start with sharing something about this, it would be a good practice. Maybe can think about it. So if you have any question, just I will give you the word, Anya. Just saying that,
Anya?
of course, after the webinar, of course, there is a cycle. There are other 4 webinars planned in the cycle. So at the end of the cycle, we will for sure publish all the recordings and the report and all the presentations that have been shared. Okay. So maybe the final report with the design at the end of the cycle, but the presentations that we have used can definitely be already shared on our website. So again, we if you can put in the chat maybe the link of our website, of team website, so that you can save it and know that you will receive everything there, and of course you will see everything published there in the future, and we will write you a follow-up email, of course, with the material. So absolutely, yes. And I leave the word to Anya.
Hey, thank you, guys. My name is Anya, and I have to say that I was enjoying this, and I'm also super happy that one of our teachers, Anita, is with us. And I wanted to say that this inspired me also to consciously think of the music that is around us. But I also wanted to say that we had our choir, our school choir had a concert on sorry, on Friday, and it was so heartwarming experience. And I recognized these patterns of exchanging energy and with connecting and social and emotional bonds that were created within the group of the choir from Friday. So I'm still impressed, and thank you for this. So I just wanted to share. Yeah.
Yes, thank you, Anya. This is important not for teenagers and the adolescents, also for us, for adults. Is a big therapeutical influence on our mental health. Singing in choir, some play instruments, etc.
Singing songs.
Singing songs together.
If you don't have a special song for sing, you can only talk the words and everything will be okay.
True. Can I just say something? I wanted to say to Jelena, Dimić, that I love the part that you included on playing music in the classroom at the beginning for students. I only recently started it, particularly on a Monday evening where you can feel that the students don't want to be there. And I started to play you know, the one don't worry, be happy. And I asked them, how did the music make you feel? And every single one of them, you could see that they were ready to get into the lessons, even if they were tired. So I'm starting to do that now. And also, by the way, to help them when they have something that they've got to do, some writing or something they have to think about, I put a little bit of music on, just instrumental music. And I've
Yes.
noticed that what they give back is more than if you just have that silence. So it's very interesting. It's very interesting.
And
Thank you.
and students like that way of working. I noticed that when we don't have a music in classroom, we they feel strange. They just feel to miss something. Then they want teacher, please can you give us some music? Okay, I will. And then I play or I just put music tracks or I don't know from piano, and they enjoy very well, and they are productive, more productive when they do with music. I noticed. You can try. In every subject is it's important in every, not just with music subject. Maybe with I don't know, with English language or math languages classes or every classes.
But every classes in many literature about motivation for learning, they wrote that in the first part of class you can use music to foster motivation for learning. This is a good technique to use, and in if you saw that all of us can use music on this way. Sara?
Yes, I wanted to say that also we tested it a bit with adults. No, we were teacher training, no institution, so we received teachers as well all the weeks, and some of us started, and then it was a good experience, and then we spread the voice around the trainers, and some other that tried, and I also tried it myself, and it worked super well when we start the class at 8, and we usually start with a morning wrap up. So we recap a bit what we did the previous day. So it's already a way to not start directly at 8 o'clock with something new. And if you put music on, it's totally a different story. You know, like what do you want to listen to? What's your mood today? And what music is reflecting your current mood? Let's put it on. And then it's super, super effective. And I agree with what you were saying, that then when you switch it off, when you turn the music off, it's like a strange silence, no? It makes the whole environment and the whole motivation better. So, and now I have also the, let's say, academic background to motivate it. So I'm very, very glad from your presentations and sharing of experience.
And I have some experience that when I have hyperactive students and classes, I use relaxing music to breathe, to calm down some situation, and it's I tell them, let's sleep together, and they're sleeping on the desk, and the situation is calm. On 5 minutes, everything is okay, and we can start again to work. And sometimes the music is a good motivation to calm down the students, and sometimes to wake up them.
On the different way. This is the quickly technique for calm down or boost them.
Thank you. If you have some questions.
Thank you for your attention. We have 1 minute to finish. Our time management is good.
Next time we will start with a song and end with a song, maybe.
Maybe Jelena and Slađana can singing for
why not?
Oh, here you go, my colleagues.
Well, we have to sing all together, all participants. So
Great.
it will be better.
Yes. You start.
Don't worry,
Now.
don't worry, be happy. Don't worry.
Don't worry, be happy.
Bye.
We will see.
Thank you very much. We keep in touch.
Bye.
And
Thank
we'll
you.
see each other at the next webinar. Thank you for
Thank you all.
Thank you.
Bye.
It was a pleasure.
Bye.
Thank you very much.